Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to a regular meeting of a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority held today, Wednesday, February 23rd at 10 a.m. by remote teleconference. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette, and I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Pekoski and Commissioner Michael Karen. We have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us. We'll turn first to our regular calendar, docket number 171203 REO9, which is the reopener track of PURA's Equitable Modern Grid proceeding. The track focused on the clean and renewable energy resource analysis and program reviews. So I will turn to Ms. Hoffman this morning with authority staff to present the decision for the authority's consideration, please.
Good morning, commissioners. And I'll just give a recap. This proceeding was initiated on June 30th, 2020, and it was designed to conduct a full review of the implementation processes and program rules for all the state's existing clean and renewable energy programs. And it compiled a comprehensive set of clean and renewable data to be housed in one central location. Additionally, since the initiation of this docket, PURA also conducted a separate annual review process for 4 new programs, along with year 2 of the existing Shared Clean Energy Facility program known as SCEF. The 4 new programs were the Residential Renewable Energy Solutions, the Non-Residential Energy Solutions, the Energy Storage Solutions, and the Electric Vehicle Charging Program. So this decision provides an overview of these review processes, as well as authorizing the establishment of an additional future annual docket to provide centralized reporting requirements that includes details of standardizing the annual compliance filings and a development of an annual report on the status of the state's current clean energy and renewable programs. So the purpose of establishing an additional future annual docket is twofold. One, to act as a centralized data source for the status of the clean and renewable energy deployment in Connecticut, and 2, to provide the administrative record for an annual report on the status of the state's clean and renewable energy programs. So included as attachment 1 to this decision is the authority's first edition of the annual report on the status of these programs. The report included as attachment 1 provides a brief program overview of the basic eligibility requirements, supporting resources and useful metrics, including the deployment data for clean and renewable energy programs and market segments, such as we have the residential solar PV systems, the LREC-ZREC program, the virtual net metering program, SCEF program, also the public policy contracts and purchase power agreements, also selected through deep procurements. We also have the Clean Energy Options Program, which was later replaced by the Voluntary Renewable Option Program, and the Renewable Portfolio Standards Compliance. So attachment 1 will generally provide a template for the future annual reports produced in this annual docket. The authority is committed to expanding and improving on the annual report each year to the extent possible. So the authority conducted this review through a series of technical meetings and issued several sets of interrogatories. On January 6, 2022, the authority issued a proposed final decision and accompanying the draft annual report, and we provide an opportunity for participants to file written exceptions. Based on the written exceptions received, the authority made some revisions to this proposed final decision before you. And just to highlight just a couple of the changes, first, PURA extended the due date for the required annual compliance filings to be on or before November 15th of each year. Also, following the annual draft report, PURA intends to invite stakeholder input and request assistance in validating the data to ensure the accuracy of the information contained within the draft report and the draft prior to finalizing the annual report. So with this, I recommend this decision in the first annual report for the panel's consideration.
Thank you very much, Ms. Hoffman. Is there a motion?
I move adoption.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been regularly moved and seconded. there any questions or comments? I would just offer to Ms. Hoffman, Mr. Taylor, and all the authority staff who worked on this report. Really appreciate the time and effort that went into it, as well as the effort and time that the stakeholders expended in reviewing it. I'm really proud that this is the first report of its kind issued in the state of Connecticut, and looking forward to it being a resource for aggregating this data and hopefully presenting it in a way that can lead to more complete conversations moving forward. So thank you to everyone that was involved in putting the report together. And with that, I would ask for the vote to be called.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The decision has been approved. So that completes our regular calendar. So we're going to turn next to our consent calendar. There are 7 items on today's consent calendar. Is there a motion?
Madam Chairman, I'd move today's consent calendar items 1 through 7 for approval.
Second, Madam Chairman.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. I will ask Mr. Bumpin to please take the roll.
Chairman Gillette,
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski,
Yes.
Commissioner Karen,
Yes.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been adopted in full. With that, we have reached the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn and reconvene on Wednesday, March 2nd at 10 a.m. also by remote teleconference. Thank you and have a great day.